There is nothing wrong to do with surgery if you don't like something and accept it on yourself.
What surgery was the hardest to recover?
Oh, it's when you do like the lipo and like ab edge, like the J-plasma, because it's like the heat goes in.
The world of 90 Day Fiancé has always been full of chaos, love battles, and unforgettable personalities, but nothing shocks fans more than how drastically some stars have changed. From quiet newcomers to headline makers, their faces, bodies, and entire identities have transformed so much that many are barely recognizable today. Some rebuilt themselves through surgery, others through discipline or pure survival, and each change hides a deeper story. These are the transformations no one saw coming. Larissa dos Santos Lima. Larissa dos Santos Lima began her journey on 90 Day Fiancé when she moved from Brazil to the United States to marry Colt Johnson. Her start on the show had all the elements of a dramatic immigrant to reality star rise. People were drawn to her fiery personality and her complicated new life in America. At that time, she looked very different from the woman the world would later see. Her style was simple, and her features were natural, far from her future appearance. As the months passed, Larissa began shaping a new version of herself through cosmetic procedures. She openly spoke about getting a nose job, breast implants, liposuction, and fat transfers, including Brazilian butt lifts. Reports estimated that she spent more than $70,000 to achieve her new look. The changes kept coming, and each one made her even more talked about. Some viewers admired her boldness, while others felt she had gone too far. She became one of the most discussed stars in the entire franchise. Her personal life also added to the chaos. Larissa and Colt went through arguments, arrests, and emotional conflict before finalizing their divorce in 2019. Her relationship with the show ended soon after. Reports claimed she was removed because of her adult content work, which did not match the network's expectations. After leaving television, Larissa used her fame to build a strong social media presence. She shared glimpses of her personal life and even hinted at being involved with a man named Zaki, although she later said it was only a joke. Her story continues to evolve, and her next move remains uncertain. Then comes Colt Johnson. Colt Johnson entered 90 Day Fiancé as a shy and soft-spoken man who lived with his mother and worked a modest job. His relationship with Larissa quickly became one of the main storylines on the show. They argued often, and their marriage became tangled in police visits, emotional stress, and public criticism. Viewers saw a man who seemed overwhelmed by drama and unable to escape the pressure surrounding him. After their divorce in early 2019, Colt faced heavy backlash from viewers who blamed both partners for the constant chaos. For a while, he disappeared from the spotlight. Then, a different Colt began to emerge. He started making changes in his life, beginning with his physical health. He followed a steady workout routine and adopted healthier eating habits. Over time, his body changed completely. The weight dropped and his confidence rose. Fans who once mocked him began noting his impressive transformation. His new appearance helped him rebuild his public identity. Instead of being remembered as the quiet man trapped in a failing marriage, he became someone who took charge of his own life. The shift gave him space to grow emotionally and physically. It also allowed him to move away from the shadow of his past with Larissa. As Colt rebuilt his identity, someone else in the franchise prepared for an even greater transformation that would challenge reputations, rewrite expectations, and unravel entire public images. Yara Zaya. Yara Zaya walked into the 90 Day Fiancé world with confidence, style, and a strong presence. She joined the franchise through her relationship with Jovi Dufresne and quickly became recognizable for her fashion sense. At the same time, her appearance attracted criticism. Many viewers commented on her nose and accused her of already having work done. Instead of hiding from the comments, Yara addressed them head-on. She openly admitted that she had a nose job and lip injections. She also accepted that people suspected breast enhancements. Her message was simple. A person should be allowed to fix what makes them unhappy about their own body. This honesty made her stand out. While many reality stars denied their procedures, Yara chose transparency, which earned her respect from a large part of the audience. Her transformation was not only cosmetic, she also focused on fitness routines and a healthy lifestyle. This created a balanced glow-up that combined natural effort with aesthetic choices. Viewers started seeing her as someone who cared about both inner and outer wellness. Yara used her popularity wisely. She launched her own boutique and expanded into beauty and lifestyle products. Her strong social media presence helped her reach customers and build a brand that reflected her personal style. She became the type of influencer who guides trends instead of following them. Her confidence grew as her business grew, and she stepped into the role of entrepreneur with ease. While Yara shaped a powerful image built on beauty and business, another star in the franchise was preparing for a much darker transformation created under bright studio lights and heavy emotional pressure. Darcey Silva. Darcey Silva became one of the most recognizable faces in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Her emotional love stories and her close bond with her twin sister Stacy captured viewers from the start. Their journey continued in their own spin-off series Darcey and Stacy, which explored their relationships, heartbreaks, and constant search for confidence. Both sisters were open about their cosmetic choices. They talked freely about their mommy makeovers, which included breast procedures, lip fillers, veneers, and other enhancements. They admitted that the pressure of aging, motherhood, and public judgment played a role in their decisions. Their transparency made them different from many reality stars who often hide such treatments. Reactions from the public were mixed. Some admired their honesty and their willingness to invest in self-care. Others felt their changes were too dramatic and said the fillers made their faces look tight and unnatural. Online discussions often focused less on their personalities and more on how much their looks had changed over time. Darcey did not limit her reinvention to physical changes. She used her fame to build businesses, pursue fashion projects, and create a personal brand around strength, resilience, and feminine confidence. She showed that transformation could happen on many levels at once. Our list continues to Anfisa Arkhipchenko. Anfisa Arkhipchenko entered the 90-Day Fiancé world with a storm of opinion around her. She appeared in Season 4 with her then-husband Jorge Nava. Their relationship quickly became one of the most talked-about storylines in the franchise. Viewers reacted strongly to her blunt attitude and her high expectations for a comfortable lifestyle. Many people labeled her a gold digger. Others believed she was reacting to a difficult and emotionally unstable relationship. No matter the angle, her presence on screen was unforgettable. The situation changed dramatically when Jorge was arrested on substance-related charges and later sent to prison. Their marriage could not survive the pressure, and they divorced while he was still behind bars. When the relationship ended, Anfisa walked away from the show completely. Instead of returning to television, she stepped into an entirely new world. Anfisa decided to rebuild herself in a way very different from other cast members. Instead of turning to cosmetic procedures, she chose the path of strength and discipline. She began bodybuilding, training intensely, studying fitness, and earning her certification as a personal trainer. Her body changed with every step. Muscles grew, her posture shifted, and she developed the look of a dedicated athlete. She entered competitions and soon gained recognition as a serious fitness personality. People who once judged her now saw a woman driven by hard work rather than drama. Her new identity focused on independence, health, and ambition. The transformation marked a deeper shift from a chaotic past toward a steady and empowered future. Anfisa became a symbol of what can happen when someone decides to reshape both body and purpose through discipline. Anfisa replaced turmoil with strength, yet as she built a powerful new life, another former star was preparing a gentler glow-up that grew not from muscle or surgery, but from survival itself. Natalie Mordovtseva. Natalie Mordovtseva arrived in the franchise with an energy that instantly split viewers. Her relationship struggles, cultural clashes, and emotional reactions made her one of the most dramatic personalities on the show. Every argument and every confession carried intensity. Even those who disliked her found it impossible to look away. Her on-screen presence was shaped by passion, confusion, and a desire to be understood. As time passed, Natalie turned to beauty enhancements in hopes of feeling more confident. She admitted to getting lip procedures and later regretted the results. She said they made her lips look far too large and unnatural. This became a moment of vulnerability for her. She was trying to improve her appearance, but instead felt more insecure. Other small procedures followed, yet she remained unhappy with the outcomes. Slowly, Natalie began to shift her focus. She started talking more about wellness, healing, and emotional balance. Her posts and interviews showed a woman trying to leave the dramatic image behind and move toward a calmer identity. She wanted to present herself as thoughtful rather than explosive. She wanted peace more than attention. However, her relationships continued to create complications. Her history of unstable attachments, both on screen and in her personal life, made it hard for viewers to see her fully as the new version of herself. Every attempt at reinvention was met with reminders of past arguments and past heartbreaks. Then we have Rebecca Parrott. Rebecca Parrott entered the franchise later in life than most of her cast members. She brought experience, responsibility, and maturity, rather than youthful chaos. Yet she quickly faced criticism for her age and her appearance. Viewers questioned her choices and her confidence. For many women, watching her story felt relatable, because it showed the pressure to stay youthful even as years continue to pass. As she approached her 50th birthday, Rebecca chose to do something for herself. She underwent several cosmetic and med spa treatments. Reports mentioned a mini tummy tuck, micro-laser liposuction, lip injections, and possibly additional fillers or Botox. These procedures gave her a smoother and more refreshed look. She felt more comfortable in her skin and more confident in front of the camera. Public reaction was divided. Some praised her for prioritizing her happiness and refusing to accept negative comments about aging. Others believed she should have embraced a natural look. The debates sparked conversations about beauty standards, especially for women over 50. Rebecca never allowed the criticism to control her. She stated more than once that she made choices for her own well-being, not for strangers on the internet. Her glow-up was not about looking 20 again. It was about owning her age and proving that transformation can happen at any stage of life. She focused on living fully, loving openly, and defining beauty on her own terms. Following this, we have Angela Deem. Angela Deem was known for her loud voice, fiery temper, and unforgettable scenes. For years, she carried extra weight and struggled with health issues that limited her movement and energy. Eventually, her body gave her a wake-up call. She realized that if she wanted to live longer and feel better, she needed to change. This realization pushed her toward one of the most dramatic transformations in franchise history. Angela underwent gastric sleeve surgery in 2020. As the pounds began to fall away, she followed with liposuction, a breast reduction, and other cosmetic procedures. Altogether, she lost close to 100 pounds. Her new appearance shocked fans who had never seen her so slim and confident. Photographs and interviews showed a woman who looked energized and ready to start over. Her motivation went deeper than vanity. Angela spoke about her fears regarding her health. She wanted to feel strong enough to enjoy life and to be present for her family. She also wanted to prove to herself that she could change. Many viewers admired her bravery. Others worried that the rapid shift came with emotional and physical risks. Her transformation sparked debates about aging, self-worth, and the pressures of reality television. The new Angela presented herself with pride. She wore fitted clothes, held her head higher, and seemed determined to enjoy her second chance. Yet, the more attention she received, the more people questioned whether she was chasing youth or chasing healing. Moving forward, we have Paola Mayfield. Paola Mayfield entered the reality television world as a young woman building a relationship in a new country. In the beginning, most of her storyline revolved around marriage, cultural differences, and family expectations. Over time, she realized she wanted more than just a romantic identity. She wanted to shape her future with her own strength. Paola turned toward fitness with determination. She embraced training, weightlifting, and clean eating. She reshaped her body through discipline rather than cosmetic help. She often reminded followers that her figure came from hard work and genetics. Her journey inspired many women because it showed a transformation built slowly and honestly. The gym became her stage, and her achievements formed her new voice. As she gained confidence, Paola explored new opportunities. She modeled, performed, and grew a strong online following. She began to represent a different kind of glow-up, one that focused on ability rather than appearance alone. Her message encouraged people to value their health and to trust their own strength. Paola's evolution helped her break free from the narrow role she once played on screen. She became a fitness influencer and a role model for natural wellness. Her public image shifted from reality television drama to personal empowerment. Paola proved that transformation can rise from discipline instead of surgery. But in a world obsessed with extremes, her quiet strength became a challenge to everyone still chasing fast reinvention. Tais Ramon. Tais Ramon entered the world of reality television at a time when her life was already shifting. She dealt with relationship stress, cultural differences, and the pressure of being on camera. Yet none of these challenges compared to the enormous change that arrived when she became a mother. The birth of baby Alessi reshaped her world in every possible way. Suddenly, she was trying to balance the emotional weight of motherhood with the expectations of an audience that watched every moment of her journey. Her story after the show became quieter, more private, and more focused on healing. Postpartum life brought real struggles. Tais had to face the physical exhaustion of recovery, the emotional swings that new mothers often experience, and the pressure to present a perfect life online. At times, she seemed overwhelmed, but the difficult days helped her find a strength she did not know she had. She began exploring self-care, taking inspiration from her Brazilian background where beauty and wellness are seen as expressions of confidence. As she regained her sense of identity, Tais also started thinking about her future. She expressed interest in launching a beauty or bikini brand. It was a small hint, but it revealed the beginning of a shift from television personality to business-minded woman. Instead of relying on drama, she wanted to build something meaningful and personal. Most of all, Tais focused on inner transformation. She let go of the noise and found comfort in quiet routines, motherhood, and her own healing. Her growth came not from cosmetic changes, but from emotional clarity. She became calmer, more grounded, and more determined to rise again in her own way. Tais grew stronger in silence, creating a glow that needed no spotlight. But the world around her had only just begun to notice. her new power. Big Ed Brown. Big Ed Brown began his journey with the franchise under a cloud of jokes, memes, and harsh comments. Viewers mocked his appearance, criticized his choices, and turned him into an online spectacle. Everywhere he went, people remembered the awkward moments and the uncomfortable scenes that made him an easy target. For a long time, Big Ed carried this reputation as if it was something permanent. But something in him shifted. Tired of being seen as a joke, he decided to change how he lived and how he treated himself. Instead of hiding from the criticism, he began using it as fuel. He slowly committed to a healthier routine. He worked out more often. He paid attention to what he ate. He tried to reshape not only his body, but the way he felt about his own life. Fans who stumbled across new photos found themselves shocked. Some online discussions joked in disbelief. Others admitted that he had really put in the work. That surprise soon turned into reluctant respect. Big Ed was no longer only the character people laughed at. He was becoming someone trying hard to rebuild himself. His journey was not perfect. His personality continued to cause debates. Some believed he was sincere in his attempts at self-improvement. Others felt he still had much to learn. But even his critics accepted that he was no longer the same person who once relied on charm that did not always land well. By stepping into fitness and taking control of his habits, Big Ed found a new identity. Not flawless, not polished, but human and trying. That alone made his transformation one of the most unexpected in the franchise. Big Ed reshaped his body and softened his story. The laughter began to fade. What he faced next was far more difficult than mockery. It was the challenge of earning genuine respect. Which journey stands out the most in this entire glow-up story? Share thoughts about this transformation in the comments.